Baseball treated us to a good one today, boys. The players going to Miami in this deal are Sixto Sanchez, Jorge Alfaro, and Will Stewart. There was a little bit of a rumor that that third prospect, or there could have even been a fourth prospect, going to be a guy like Adonis Medina or Mickey Moniak or Alex Bohm. It doesn't look like it's going to be a prospect of that nature, but Sixto Sanchez and Jorge Alfaro are two very good pieces. Jorge Alfaro has a really high ceiling. He may have the best arm in the catcher position in all of baseball. His arm kind of makes up for other areas where he could be better, but a young player with a high ceiling behind the plate. And then Sixto Sanchez, this kid's elite. I was just saying on Twitter yesterday, I wouldn't negotiate Sixto Sanchez at all, but he was the main piece in this deal to Miami. Just to dive a little bit deeper on Sixto Sanchez, he has drawn Pedro Martinez comparables from scouts around the league. He's throwing upper nine with really good location and secondary pitches. This kid's given up 3 home runs in 221 innings as a pro. Now, granted, he hasn't pitched above A ball yet, but you can tell when a guy has this stuff. More has to go into it than just the stuff if you're going to make it in the bigs, but that's the biggest thing. Do you have this stuff? Like I said, upper nine with good off speed, good location. He seems poised. Very highly touted prospect. He was in Major League Baseball's top 10 right-handed pitcher list. He's a top 30 prospect overall. The Phillies' #1 prospect in their farm system. Considering what they got back for Yelich, Ozuna, and Stanton, they finally got some actually legitimate pieces back in this deal. And that's nothing bad against Monte Harrison or Lewis Brinson. I feel like those guys were they were put in a bad spot as prospects going to Miami in those deals over the last few years. This is one of those trades that works both ways. When you look at it from the Phillies' perspective, yes, they're giving up an elite pitching prospect, which you don't see happen too often in Major League Baseball, but they also have a really young workhorse, and they have their ace. This team's really trying to push to win now. The NL East is loaded, so if they're going to compete, they need to make moves. They need to catch up to the Braves. The Mets have made some really good moves this offseason. Washington's going to be really good whether Harper comes back or not, so they need to make some pretty big moves. I wouldn't have traded Sixto Sanchez, but if you're going to trade a guy of that nature, an all-star catcher, maybe the best catcher in all of baseball, is a really good upgrade. The Phillies were 29th at the catcher position last year. This bumps them up to #1. Does this make them the best team in the division now? I don't know. They're obviously still in on the Harper sweepstakes, the Machado sweepstakes. They've been rumored with Dallas Keuchel. Moustakas could be a plan B if Machado goes to Chicago. So this Phillies team is not done making moves, and they just added maybe the best catcher in baseball. They've already added Gene Segura to shortstop. Andrew McCutchen going out into the outfield, considering where the Phillies were defensively last year, really fits with them. I think they may have given McCutchen a little bit too much money, but Hoskins going to first, McCutchen going out to the outfield, that's going to make them a little bit more of a well-rounded team defensively. This Phillies team is really starting to shape out a little bit. Obviously, we're going to have to see how they play in person, but an upgrade like JT Realmuto, on top of the upgrades they've already made, I didn't even mention David Robertson to the bullpen to go along with the young Sir Anthony Dominguez. Even after the trade, they're still going to have Alex Bohm, who was the #3 pick in the draft. They're still going to have Adonis Medina. They're still going to have Adam Hazley, Mickey Moniak, Jalen Ortiz. The Phillies are in a really good spot right now, and that's exactly why they were in a position to make a move like this. This is looking like one of those rare deals that truly will work out for both teams. Miami bolstering their farm system. The Phillies getting a surefire all-star right now behind the plate. What are your thoughts on the trade? Let me know down below. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more updates. Crazy stuff in baseball, man. This offseason has been a circus, but today we got some real, legitimate, fun news. The pre-order bonus. Is there a new Conquest map? Are there new animations in the game? Are there new packs in the game? All things I noticed over these few little videos that we've gotten over the last couple of days. Everything you need to